A group of radical pro-Russia protesters removed the European Union flag just outside the Georgian parliament and set it on fire. The scene shows the political pressure the small country has been under since Russia invaded Ukraine. Many Georgians fear their country could slip into Russia's orbit of control, so they've been pushing back.
We students will fight for European values till the end.
Georgi Pachvashvili and thousands of others took to the streets to fight for their future, and for a future where Georgia joins the EU.
We are natural, historic members of the European society, and we wish to integrate into the European Union. That's written in our constitution, and that's agreed in our society.
Things escalated after Georgia's ruling party submitted a so-called foreign agent draft bill in early March. Georgi and thousands of others saw the bill as an attack on democracy. They protested in Tbilisi and faced tear gas and water cannons. The bill echoes a Russian law allowing the government to target critical media and NGOs. This could jeopardize Georgia's long-awaited EU candidacy, but was backed by the Prime Minister.
The
future of our country doesn't belong to foreign agents and people who serve them. The future of this country belongs to patriots.
Such anti-Western rhetoric reminds the students of Moscow's narrative. One of the bill's drafters is actually a professor of Georgi's who taught him why EU membership is important for Georgia, before he changed his mind in Parliament.
We saw the bill that he supported, and we're pretty disappointed with that, and that is the reason our protest was sparked. This moral dilemma is the reason we refused to attend his class.
Georgi used Facebook to alert his fellow students. Together, they boycotted the professor's classes. They say Georgia's European aspirations are included in the country's constitution, and they've piled copies of it in front of his office as a reminder. After 3 days of protest, the government finally withdrew the bill. Georgi was tired and relieved.
This is our joint victory as a society, because we stood together, families, friends, colleagues, and we achieved it together.
The students are proud, but know their country remains in a difficult situation. The war in Ukraine is a daily reminder of Georgia's complicated past with Russia. 15 years ago, when Georgia was moving closer to the EU, Russia occupied the region of South Ossetia after a 5-day war. Russian forces are still there.
Georgians remember the war of 2008 and remember their history of more than 200 years of subjugation under Moscow.
But in this country, there are also supporters of anti-Western policies.
Georgia is full of foreign agents, not just from NGOs, but from secret services.
Back at the parliament, Georgi says the government is failing the majority of the population. Polls show that more than 80% of Georgians support EU membership.
We also must mind our future battles, and we must always be ready and keep on alert so that these freedoms are never taken away from us.
The EU flag is flying again outside of Georgia's parliament. But Georgi Pachvashvili knows the fight for his future inside Europe is far from over.